Hello everyone, I'm Barry Kempton, Artistic and Executive Director of the Schubert Club. I'm happy to welcome you to this first Schubert Club courtroom concert of the season. Just like our other concerts so far this year, we can't welcome you into Landmark Center's elegant courtroom in person. But the musicians are here, and our popular presenter Abby Bettinas is also here to speak with the artists and to dig into the music. I imagine there are many regular Courtroom Concert Series audience members tuning in to watch this stream. We hope that watching the concert online invokes some of the same enthusiasm we all feel on Thursday lunchtimes, even though we're not in the same room together. I'm hopeful too that there will be others discovering this free Thursday lunchtime concert series for the first time. The series began back in 1990 and gives us the chance to enjoy many of the region's finest musicians performing music of various musical genres by old and new masters of all genders. Thank you for joining us today, and on behalf of all at Schubert Club, I hope you enjoy the concert.
Hello and welcome to the Schubert Club. Of course, we are not in the Schubert Club physically. This is my living room here in St. Paul, Minnesota. My name is Abby Bettinas, and I am the host of the Schubert Club's Courtroom Concert Series. In a normal year, we would be bringing you weekly concerts from our beautiful space in the Landmark Center in downtown St. Paul. As it is, I'll be walking you through some of the music here from my home, and in the hall, sometimes we'll have some pre-recorded live music, and other weeks we'll be doing some recordings and walkthroughs, and it's going to be a fascinating new way to experience the courtroom concert. I hope you'll join us. This is the first of many. We have the incredible Maithree Ensemble today joining us. Welcome, welcome. I have had the pleasure of actually hearing the concert already, and now I get to interview these wonderful performers. The Maithree Ensemble was founded in 2016 by Nirmala Rajasekar and inspired by her love for Carnatic music, but also her deep friendships for these improvisers and fantastic musicians around her. She's put together this ensemble that really defies definition, the way they're blurring boundaries of time and also of geography to really bring these wonderful sounds of the world together. Please welcome the Maithree Ensemble. Yay! Nirmala, can you tell us a little bit about the founding of the Maithree Ensemble? What is your goal with this beautiful collection of people and instruments?
Thank you for that lovely introduction where you talked about Maithree. Maithree came together. It's been a dream of mine for many, many years to come together with friends and make music. We've been making music in different bands, all of us together. And when the opportunity came to do a special program way back for an organization in Edina, Minnesota, we had about a month, and they asked us to do a special concert. And so I spoke to our team that you see here, and we had some other members too who are not here right now. Maithree is somewhat a moving ensemble. We have people coming and going, which is the beauty of it, because we have so many friends and such magical music right here in Minnesota. So when everybody agreed, which was my blessing, we started to put together some ideas, and it's growing. And today we have our newest member of the ensemble, Shruthi Rajasekar, joining us on voice and also some keyboard. And again, like I said, Maithree takes on new avatars, I think, every time we perform, and our material changes quite a bit. So we are very blessed indeed. And I think that's the beauty of this great state, that we have some incredible people. Maithree has international musicians also on it. So that's the beauty. Music knows no boundaries.
Nirmala, I wonder, as you collected these musicians around you to form this group, what were you looking for? What kinds of qualities It seems to me that you all gel so beautifully, and that must be so hard to find, just the right people and personalities, and of course, musicians.
That's a beautiful question. I think we were talking about improvising, and that was one of the bottom lines for our music. And of course, the camaraderie we share, the warmth, the fun, the trust, the faith we have in each other, that we will catch each other when things don't go exactly as each of us plan. So that is a very important part. And I think the friendship is where all that comes from, the trust, the faith. And these musicians, and I'm honored to be sitting with them, and that we've already made an album is just a dream come true. And like I said, the improvising is very, very high, and everybody brings to the table so many experiences. So all Maithree does is collect these experiences and speak in the voice of the people that you see in front of you, and also our past experiences. We not only present our own compositions, but we dig into different cultures and present other compositions from other cultures. So I guess that that sums up Maithree, really. The skill that everybody has and the love that we have for each other that comes through, I hope, when we perform.
That's so beautiful. Tell us a little bit about this first piece called Sublime Journey. Nirmala, you are the co-composer of this piece?
It has 3 basic melodic structures and what we call ragas. So it is a medley of emotions as we go through Sublime Journey. Life's journeys are very sublime, in my opinion, so my humble opinion.
fantastic way to start off our show. That mixed meter and that energy. We continue with a piece by one of your own, another one of your own, Pat O'Keefe, of course. Hi, Pat.
Hey, Abby.
So nice to see all these friends up there today. I'm so interested in this piece, and again, for the audience, I had the luxury of just hearing it, so I have, of course, all these questions. But I wonder, was this piece inspired by this particular ensemble?
No, it was definitely written for this group. I think we all wanted to, have and are writing pieces for the group, and so, yeah, I mean, most people know me as a performer and improviser, and composition is also something I like to do, but it's not the main thing. But I like to do it, and so I wanted to write a piece. And I talked to Nirmala, and she recommended this raga, Amruta Varshini, right? Raining nectar, I think is what it means, yeah? Beautiful raga. So she said, oh yeah, write a piece in that raga. So the reason I called it Prism is because, well, like you said, a lot of people know me is like playing in Zeitgeist, and I play a lot of Western chamber music. So I wanted to write a piece that was sort of chamber music oriented, and so we had actual counterpoint and sort of different layers and things going on, a little bit more, bring the Western chamber music side into it. So that's why I called it Prism. It's sort of looking at this raga through a Western prism and a Western chamber music prism. And so that's where I came up with the name. There's also a little bit of Indonesian gamelan in there as well. This raga reminds me of a particular one of the modes from gamelan. And so that's why there's some stratified layers of rhythm in the second half of the piece as well. So.
Yeah, Michelle, what do you need to do with the cello to be able to fit in with these other instruments?
Well, cello players will be traumatized to know that I have to tune my cello up a half step, which increases the tension and also completely changes the harmonic series that comes from the notes that are played. So it's disorienting, to say the least, but it's worth it. And Nirmala also has to turn her instrument down. So we've had to come to this pitch compromise. So she's dealing with strings that are maybe too loose and pitches that are off of what she's used to hearing. And I'm dealing with strings that are too high and tight. But Pat covers us.
if you're just joining us, this is the Maithree Ensemble opening the Schubert Club Courtroom Concert Series from our beautiful courtroom in downtown St. Paul, Minnesota. That was Prism by Pat O'Keefe, and now we're turning to a piece called Pentatonic. This is again by Nirmala, and it features the gorgeous vocals of your daughter Shruthi. Hi, Shruthi, also a composer and singer. I wonder if you could introduce this piece a little bit. You mentioned something about fives.
Yes, this is a lot of fives, and as you can see, our group is 5 people too, so that's another dimension to the fives. The piece was actually written in an airport. It just came to me in an airport. I was watching people going and coming, and I said, everybody's going somewhere, but then everybody begins somewhere, ends somewhere, and I felt the 5 told me that the rhythm of 5, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. I felt there was action movement in 5s, and then of course the melody came to me like that too. So the first few things happened in an airport as I was writing, and I used to call it airport, right, Michelle? We have played it like that in some avatar, and then it became pentatonic. So I'm just going to ask Shruthi how she feels about stepping into pentatonic just for the first time in performance today.
Thank you, and thank you to the Maithree Ensemble for allowing me to debut with you today. It's a huge honor for me. This isn't a new ensemble for me per se. I was really, really fortunate to be one of the associate producers on the album. So that's actually how I came to know their music so well, was getting to sit there and edit it with them. But also, these are my aunties and uncles right here next to me, because I've known them for a long time, and there's this level of friendship where it becomes family, and I think that is what Maithree represents, and so that's how I'm able to feel so comfortable to come into the group. In terms of pentatonic, I don't think that before today we've had a soprano solo on it. This is the first time that we've had that kind of vocal color in this piece and in this ensemble as well. But I think the piece is incredibly suited for that. On the one hand, it's in the raga Suddha Saveri, which is a 5-note raga and has very, very clear oscillations, gamakams, and very, very clear grammar of that. But it's also so suited to a pentatonic scale, and understanding it as it's equally beautiful with the plain notes without the oscillations and with those clear plain notes that you can get, say, in the long cello notes. And so I've always loved listening to, on the album especially, you'll hear these gorgeous solos where everyone is breaking off in their own directions, and you're getting a certain kind of counterpoint with that as well, with everyone bringing new textures, new harmonies that maybe aren't part of the original tune, but just fill the space and add to it. So I think the soprano bit fits in just like that and adds just another dimension of harmony and counterpoint to this piece.
This is the Maithree Ensemble, and we are so glad to have them opening our Schubert Club Courtroom Concert Series this season. Next, we have a duo of pieces that gives us a little whiplash around the world, and it shows us this incredible connection that you are all feeling to musics of the world. The first one that we hear is by a Turkish violinist, and it opens with this haunting solo. Tim O'Keefe, tell us a little bit about what a taksim is and what you're about to do.
Thanks. Yeah, the piece is in the maqam called Nihavent, and so I open up with a little Nihavent taksim, introducing. Usually takasims in a situation like this are meant to introduce the maqam, and then what might happen, or sometimes modulation. Sometimes you'll go to one or two other notes out of the maqam just to introduce another maqam that you might modulate to, or you might not. But in this case, I did a very short takasim on the duduk, which is a big double reed instrument from Eastern Turkey and Armenia and those areas. And just to introduce the feel of the piece and the maqam. And then I went right to the durbeki and started the the rhythm for that piece. And it's actually a very well-known piece in Turkey. There are millions, I don't know about millions, but there are many, many versions of this piece, and it's very, very well-known, very popular.
And Michelle, take us over to Ireland for a second to tell us a little bit about this Mary O'Neill. And then you said it had another title too?
Yes, the other title is O'Carolan's Favorite Jig, and the composer is Turlough O'Carolan. And this one, like Ní Havent, is a very, very popular tune, and it's played by ensembles since the 1600s, probably. It's been on the top 40 since the 1600s every season. And I used to do a lot of playing of Irish music when I lived in New York, and then I happened to land with some players here when I moved back here, and Dick Hensold taught me this beautiful tune. And I think that one thing that we've been talking about is improvisation in all these different cultures, all these different musics. Improvisation is a huge element, and that's a link from Ireland to Turkey to India to Pat and his dreams.
Schubert Club Courtroom Concert Series, as you know, is always free, and we love bringing it to you that way. If you are so inclined, we do usually have a actual physical tip jar in the back of the hall, and of course, now being virtual, we'll have a little link on your screen somewhere. So if you are so inclined, we always love your donations. And otherwise, please keep enjoying the Maithree Ensemble, and let's talk a little bit about your last piece.
The music was written by a film music composer, absolutely right, but the poem itself was composed by the pontiff of South India, Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati, who wrote this poem so that one of the greatest singers of India, M.S. Subbulakshmi, could sing it at the United Nations. She opened her concert with this song of friendship in 1966. And this was our driving force to create Maithree. So we've all grown up with this song, and back in India when I was a young child, we heard this song many times. But for this song to come alive, it took this group to bring it to life. And I would just like to read the poem, and then they would speak about what it is saying in Sanskrit. Maitrim bhajata akila hrit jaitrim.
Cultivate friendship, be humble, and win over the hearts of everyone.
Atmavateva parannapi pashyata. It's interesting, I can sing this song, but to speak it takes a lot more.
Treat others as you want to be treated yourself.
Yuddham tyajata, spardam tyajata.
Renounce war, forsake competition.
Tyajata paresha kramana kramanam.
Give up all acts of aggression.
This next line talks about Mother Earth, Janani. Janani prithvi kamadugaste.
Mother Earth provides all that we desire.
Janako devaha sakala dayalu. Kindness, compassion coming up.
God is compassionate to all.
Dhyamyatya datta dayatvam janata.
Practice restraint, be charitable and kind.
Let's all say together, Shreyo bhuyat sakala jananam.
May all the people of this world be happy and prosperous.
Maithree bhajata akila hritri. Maithree bhajata akila hritri. Maithree bhajata akila hritri. Atmavateva parana Namaste and thank you to all of you.